are a lot of therapists, Black therapists in particular, I find that even if they don't necessarily practice their own faith tradition, we tend to be more letter of the law than any other group that I've engaged with. We tend to be more afraid of losing our license. We tend to be more afraid of, stepping over ethical boundaries. We tend to be very afraid of being bold enough to ask questions and to get curious because we don't want to tap into anything. So we tend to be very, very, very safe more than any other group. I've been in groups. I mean, I could really go on and on about this, but what I'll say is
Please
I
do.
see I see non-melanated people take rituals and spiritual practices and study them and repackage them as evidence-based practices all the time. I was having a conversation with a colleague today, and she was asking about a certain modality that she had just heard about and that she was thinking about learning, and I was like, that's sound healing. Like, somebody took sound healing, repackaged it, said they studied it, and then that's, EMDR. The roots of EMDR is intense meditation. It's, bilateral stimulation, which we do all the time in our spiritual practices to enter into meditation. It's the reason why we dance. It's the reason why we drum, because we understand how spirit shows up that way. So I find that non-melanated people are very, 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 very open. And they're so open that they'll go see it, feel it, experience it, know that there's something there, study it, repackage it, and sell it back to us, saying that it's okay for us to do. And, we're in a corner, like, let me pay you $5,000 to learn this thing that our people have been doing forever because we don't have evidence that it really works. And so I find that we are very, 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 very letter of the law, and we know why we're that way. I believe that we're that way. That's something that's embedded within our DNA for protection. However, it doesn't give us freedom. And I believe that the therapeutic that the reason why we're supposed to be engaged in supporting our people ultimately is freedom. And so if we're stuck in bondage ourselves, then we're not doing the work of freedom, right? We're not really doing the work of healing. We're doing the work of symptom amelioration. And if that's what we're doing, then we could just say that. But we're not doing the work of freedom, many of us.
We are not doing the work of freedom. We're doing the work of symptom amelioration. That's a whole bar right there. There's so much that you said that I want to come back to, but Sophia, do you want to?
So much.